Tactical Guy 1 from the YouTube world, bringing you another video. I'm visiting friends, so if you hear them in the background, don't get excited, it's probably just them. I'm making this video because too many people have been talking about how all of these little traffic tickets are highway piracy, or highway robbery. But I don't think they've ever heard of asset forfeiture and or civil forfeiture. And what that is, by definition, it's when the government, whether it's city police or the DEA, has a right to come and confiscate your cash or your property, whether it's house or car, anything and everything, if you have obtained them through some illicit means, which means if you've sold drugs to buy them, or if you've bought a lot of drugs, large quantities, in order to sell them to then turn around and make money off of it, to then buy your property or your house, or just simply have cash. Um, People don't seem to understand that. But one of the main things that's going on, especially nowadays, and it's been going on forever now, but more now than ever, I believe, is that they're stopping people and simply saying, "Oh, well, you smell like marijuana." They arrest them, take them to jail, impound the car, and get all their cash, whatever they have on them, even if it's only $400 or $500, maybe even $50. It doesn't matter what you got. They'll take it, and then they'll say, "Well, look, we can cut you a break. If you want to just go ahead and leave, then you have to sign this little form which says, you're giving it up and you can go free. We will not prosecute you, but you just lose your stuff. It's up to you. What do you want?" And of course, the average person's going to say, "Well, heck, keep it." And then, they have to walk, I don't know, however far to a gas station or a store, so then they can go ahead and borrow someone's phone to call their wife, husband, mother, child, whatever. And so that's how they get away with it, because it's not like a criminal matter where you have a right to trial by jury and a right to an attorney. Since it's a civil forfeiture or an asset forfeiture, it's a civil matter. Therefore, what they do is they attach or attack the property itself. So it's the property does not have rights. So that's how that works. I mean, we have rights, but you would have to be very technical into as far as arguing, your property. But it's really hard because you do not have a right to trial by jury, or you do not have a right to an attorney, so it's going to cost a lot of money. And sometimes just to get an attorney, it's going to be what, 4 or 5 grand, maybe even 10 grand, depending on how much you lost. So that's why they get away with it, because people do not have the money, nor the time. People have lives, they got to work. So there's been a lot of stories where people have told me where they just simply got stopped, car impounded, they had to sign this thing, and then they were screwed pretty much. People lost $500, $600. I've heard people losing $30,000. You name it. There's a lot of corruption going on nowadays because they're hurting for money. Now, the only thing is that these type of cases, they require a lot of time, a lot of time. People don't seem to understand that. There's a lot of research behind this stuff. Me personally, I've never done one. No, I won't even touch this stuff. For the simple fact that if it ever happened to me, guess what? They can keep it. I'm not going to even try to fight it and do the research, because it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of money. And then at the end of the day, you get your stuff back, or you might not get your stuff back. And then what? You're more in the hole. So I wouldn't even go for it. I'd just go straight to federal court. That's just me personally. But, everybody's different. So people sometimes want to get their stuff just because it means a lot to them, or sentimental value, or it's something that they actually need, like whether it's an actual camera for work, what have you. But I'm making this video because a lot of people don't know this is out there, and it's been going on for a long time. I mean, long time. So this is another reason why I would record what happens. No matter what state I'm in, I'm going to record it. I don't care if they want to hit me up with the wiretap laws. I can beat that. Doesn't matter. And for those of you that say, "Oh, well, you have to let them know," hey, how about you let them know, let them take away your recordings and then make them disappear, and you can learn like me, the hard way. That's why I do what I do now. But that's another reason why, like I was saying, I record, because you never know. I mean, since it's a civil matter, you're going to have to pay out the nose just for an attorney, and hopefully he or she will do his job, which I highly doubt, of course. So a lot of attorneys won't even touch a lot of these cases, especially if they're in small towns. And one of the main things I've noticed is that they, as far as the police or local police or the DEA, will go for people that are out of state. So if you're visiting another state, they just look at the plates. Oh, perfect. That's how they start asking you, oh, what are you doing here? How long you been here? And all this stuff. That's why I won't answer anything, because you just have no idea what type of officer you're dealing with. Now, I'm not saying that all of them are crooked, but I'm going to treat all of them as if they are. So I'm just going to say, sir, with all due respect, I plead the fifth. I have an attorney who has instructed me not to answer any questions, especially if I'm, under arrest. And he or she will say, well, you're not under arrest. Then am I free to go? No. So therefore I'm being detained. Isn't that correct? Yes. Well then, sir, with all due respect, I plead the fifth. Here's my identification, license, insurance, registration. And here you go, sir. That's all I have to give you, and that's all I'm required to give you by law. And that's it. I'm not going to say where I'm going, why I'm going there, how long I'm going to be here. Because who's to say if I say, oh, I'm just visiting family, I'm going to be gone by the end of the week. Oh, really? Okay, well, hey, I smell marijuana. You're under arrest. And that's it, because he or she's going to know that I have to get out of the state because I have somewhere to go. And therefore, I'm not going to have time or money to fight a civil forfeiture case or an asset forfeiture case. So keep that in mind, folks. I hope this video helped you guys out, and I really appreciate you guys and your comments. Thanks for watching, and please spread this so others can know that this is going on.